What's up? It is like 7 in the morning. I woke up at like 4:30 or something, and I couldn't fall asleep. So I figured, let's just do a video now. So here I am. I haven't even taken my medication or anything. I haven't taken a shower. I haven't done my skin stuff. I'm quite puffy in the mornings. I don't know if you can tell. Oh well. But either way, here I am. Hope you slept better than I did, because I didn't sleep that well. But you know, insomnia gang, pull up or whatever. This is my tea that I prepared for myself. Still piping hot. Excuse me. If this is the first time you're seeing me, hello, my name is Emma. I'm 25, I'm from Sweden, and on this channel I document my attempts at becoming a better person. You can watch my prior videos to see how that has been going, or if you want to know more about me specifically. But to make a long story short, that is what this channel is about. A few people, well, at least one person told me in my last video that it seems inauthentic. And I agree. But there's a reason for that I figured I'd just explain. I have this thing where my insecurities regarding myself as a person is inferior, I believe it's called. Essentially, I have just a massive inferiority complex. Meaning, for those who are unfamiliar with inferiority, I might be wrong, so correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that inferiority is not being as good as the others, or being significantly worse than others, like having a lesser worth and so on and so forth. For my entire life, I've had an insanely strong or intense inferiority complex, and I've adapted to it in ways that makes me fit in, but I will no longer be myself when I do, because myself is inferior. So in order not to feel inferior, I become what I think others would appreciate. Essentially what I'm talking about is masking. That I put on this mask of who I think I need to be in order for others to like me. And I'm not saying that I'm like, I'm not saying that that I lie and cheat my way and pretend to be someone that I'm not. Well, essentially a little bit. What I'm saying is that I'm not like lying and manipulating my way into getting liked. At least not with bad intentions. It's really difficult to explain. What I'm trying to say is I'm trying to be my best version of myself for you to be happy. But I'm not very good at being myself because I have such a massive inferiority complex that being myself is bad. I think that's a good way of explaining it. If it isn't, call me out in the comments. But being myself and being forthcoming and being transparent and being honest and being authentic and genuine and whatever is what I want to be. But the inferiority complex makes it very, very difficult. So if you ever feel like I am not being myself and that I'm not being my true self, it is most likely because I am trying to be something that I'm not for you or for the people around me. I'm a massive people pleaser. And so I try to please other people with being the best version of myself, which might not even be the best version of myself. But I do it for them because actually being myself would make me inferior. So I've been told that in my last 2 videos I'm just inauthentic and that I'm not myself. I have to say, I see what you mean, because I feel it too, and I can tell too. I want to please you and not make you disappointed. And I don't want to be as negative as I usually am, because nobody wants to hang out with someone that is that negative. I mean, I wonder why I didn't have many friends when I was a child. Because I was constantly negative, and I was always sad, and I was always miserable. I'm still miserable at times. Not as much as I was when I was a child, but I'm still miserable. To a certain extent. I'm working on not being that. But yeah. I know what you're talking about when you say that I'm not being myself and that I'm not being authentic and genuine. I'm gonna try my best to be myself and be genuine, but at the same time I don't want to bring others down with my true self, because my true self is miserable. I mean, yeah, my true self is miserable, and I don't want to bring other people down. And so if there are times where you feel like I'm not being my true self, it is because I'm trying to not be too negative, and I'm trying not to be like draining or whatever. I hope that explained it a little bit at least. I have to say, my cat is up and about, just like me. We have been awake since 4. Yeah, I don't know if you can tell. I'm sure that I'm a little bit like, I seem a bit tired. I am. My bed isn't even made yet, which that is something that I make sure that I do every single morning. The night ends with me making the bed, because that means day has begun. And that means I have to take my medications and I have to get up and get going and get productive. That is so that I have a proper circadian rhythm. Because with a proper circadian rhythm, you sleep better, which I haven't been doing for quite some time. I haven't even taken my medications yet, so might as well. Yeah. Cheers. Bottoms up. Down the gullet it goes. I would take my medication with some tea instead, but my tea is still piping hot, so I won't be doing that. Water is underrated. It's just nothing quenches your thirst better than water. If we need to be drinking more often. Oh well. There was this one comment that I got on, I don't know which video it was, but I got a comment on the video. And I've been saying, well, maybe I haven't, but I'll just say again. If I bring up a comment, it's not because it has personally offended me or anything, which I will talk about. It is because they have a point. So, or maybe it is something that they touch on that I want to clarify because I feel like I haven't clarified it enough. Just to make it easier to understand and whatnot. I got a comment saying that I shouldn't let comments and naysayers affect me too much. Asking me if, did you really get so affected that you are wearing baggy clothes and whatnot? Bruh. Brother, no. What? I'm not gonna diss the commenter because they do have a point, and I don't think I have clarified it well enough, so I'll just do it now. I might have said this too several times, but I'll just say it again because it is just so true. You can't hurt me. You really can't. Not because I have decided that, oh, I'm so fucking strong and I'm so fucking powerful and nothing hurts me. That wouldn't be true, but with all the hurt and the sorrow and betrayal that I have faced throughout my entire life, I've gotten used to it. So if someone says something that hurts me, I know what to do. But also, because it has happened so often, I have managed to prioritize the insults that I get, for lack of a better word. You have to be You have to be a certain kind of person in order to effectively hurt my feelings. That special kind of person is a very niche type of person, maybe. I don't know how else to explain it, but you have to be a very specific type of person in order to successfully hurt my feelings. And some commenter on YouTube telling me that, yo, you look like a psycho bitch. Good for you. Next. Literally, that is how I react to most insults. You can't hurt me anymore. That's what I'm saying. All this shit and all the pain that I have been through, I have managed to build up quite a few walls. So if you are going to try your best to hurt me, good luck. Because I don't think you can. You can't hurt me anymore. I've been hurt so many times that at this point it's just useless to even try. And besides, the biggest hater and the biggest critic that I will ever have is myself. I will always be my own worst enemy. And I don't think you can compete with that, to be honest. Oh well. I actually talked with my shrink about this. Oh, and by the way, I've been seeing some people commenting about this too, so I just thought I'd clarify real quick. When I say shrink, also, some people have been complaining about me saying shrink. Just say psychologist or just say therapist or whatever. I say shrink because it is a lot easier to say than psychologist. And I have a bad habit of stumbling on my words because I speak fast because I am excited of whatever it is that I talk about. So when I say shrink, I mean psychologist. I'm just gonna keep saying, see how I stumble on my words? I'm just gonna keep saying shrink because it makes it a lot easier for me to speak. I apologize if you don't like that, but that is the reason why I say shrink. And when I say shrink, I mean psychologist, because the guy that I am meeting with for psych appointments is a psychologist. Not a therapist, not a psychiatrist, but a psychologist. A psychologist has to go through, at least in Sweden, I looked this up, a psychologist has to go through a 5-year education at a university in order to get their master's in modern psychology. That is what you have to do to become a psychologist. You don't need to do that to become a therapist. A therapist might have to take some classes or something, but in order to become a psychologist, you need to do some serious studying and get a master's in psychology. That's why therapists can't diagnose you with anything. I'm not sure. I don't know if psychologists can diagnose you with anything either. I think you need a master's in modern medicine to be able to do that. That is what you need. You need a master's in modern medicine to become a doctor. Which is what allows you, or what gives you the credentials to diagnose people. And I'm not sure if psychologists can do that or not. I know that psychiatrists can do that. A psychiatrist is someone who has a master's in modern medicine and modern psychology. So they have gone through medical school and they have studied up on psychology. So they know what the fuck they're doing. And yeah, that's what gives them the credentials to diagnose. That is why therapists can't diagnose, because therapists do not have the credentials to do so. I actually don't know what you need to do in order to become a therapist, but there's a reason why I'm not seeing them, because to me, they don't help. Because I need some heavy-duty treatment, apparently. Or, well, not apparently, that is what I need. So, there's that. Yeah, so that... I've clarified that. But I was saying before, or maybe I wasn't, but what I wanted to say before was that I met with my psychologist, or my shrink, and I showed him the videos where I was in the middle of a flashback, you know, the ones where I come off as completely crazy and look like a lunatic because I'm talking about I can say whatever I want, I can't do whatever I want, I can't go wherever I want because I am fucked if I do so, and I have this tower of Jenga blocks on top of me that I have to make sure it doesn't collapse on me, because if they do, I'm fucked and I'm stuck here and I have to get out of here, and so on and so forth. In the videos where I speak like that, I do so because I am in the middle of a flashback, and so I showed them to him. Well, he didn't sit there and watch my entire videos like this on his phone, but I showed moments of it and highlighted like points that I was making. And so to the people who were saying that I looked like a psycho and that I must have been doing the videos while I was in psychosis, I was not. And my shrink told me that I agree, you are not in psychosis. I have never had any symptoms of psychosis ever. I have never had any type of hallucinations. I have never really had beliefs or delusions strong enough to, I guess, meet the criteria for a psychosis. So I am fully aware what reality is, so you don't have to worry about that. But I showed him the videos of me having flashbacks and whatnot, and he asked me, and this is going back to the point of whether or not comments hurt me. He asked me, when people leave critical comments of you, does it affect you? And I said no, because they don't. And he asked me why. And I couldn't give him a clear answer at that point. Because I'm not entirely sure why. Some of my theories of why negative comments don't affect me is, one, which I had mentioned before, I have been hurt so many times up until this point that I have built an immunity of sorts, built walls, you know. My armor is level 2000. 2, because I agree with them. And because I agree with them, people are just stating facts. And so you can't argue with facts. There's no point. It's just reality. Or 3, which is what I am hoping is the case, is because I look at it very objectively and I don't take it personal. You might hear sounds and whatnot of my neighbors opening kitchen cabinets and doors and whatnot. It is 8 in the morning, so people are heading to work and whatnot. Those are my 3 theories on why comments don't affect me. Well, bad comments don't affect me. Of course, I'm very happy at all the lovely comments. It feels like I'm a broken record just going on and on about it, but seriously. Me reading every single comment, every single one, all the lovely comments that you have been leaving me, they make me very happy. And I feel like I don't say it enough. Because I feel like that would make me not my true self. But they really do make me very happy. Don't let my demeanor fool you. Your comments make me very, very happy. And the bad comments don't affect me. And the 3 reasons that I just stated is why I think that is. I don't see it as like something negative. I just, hey, that's great. Negative comments not affecting me is excellent, because that means I don't get as hurt as I would if they did affect me. And I've been hurt so many times up until this point that I don't want to be hurt again. So that's just good. That's what I mean when I say that you can't hurt me. You can't hurt me anymore. I've been hurt so many times up until this point that I've built up some walls. I've got an immunity. I look at it objectively now, and maybe I'm just agreeing with you, which would make your bad comments facts, and you can't argue with facts. But I don't know if that's why I actually don't get affected by bad comments. Those are just my theories. Which, you know, I'm not complaining. The sun is coming up. Yeah, so there's a bit of a change for you. A video made in the morning. I might do this again at some point, I don't know. But yeah, I hope you slept better than I did. And I hope that I clarified a few things. We'll see how this goes. You have a great day. I wish you the best. And until next time, thanks for watching.